ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם שהכל נהיה בדברו. We all have the obligation of communicating with God. Maybe obligation is not the right word. It's a privilege to be able to communicate with God. When should we do it? According to Jewish tradition, you have to do it 3 times a day. You have to do it morning, afternoon, evening. Where should you do it? You can do it in your home. You can do it while you're taking a train ride. You can do it on a plane. Wherever you are, you can make the attempt of communicating with God. This is an obligation that each and every one of us has. But in Jewish tradition, there is also the idea of congregation, of community. There is prayer in community. That is called a Minyan. A group of 10 people that are praying together can form a Minyan. And it is not the same to pray by yourself as to pray with a Minyan. Some people prefer to pray by themselves. They can concentrate better. But when you're together with other people, their attitude is contagious also. When you see fervor and intent on the part of somebody else, that stimulates you as well. So it's very important to go to a Minyan. If you go in the morning to a synagogue, you will feel tremendous afterwards. The whole day is going to be a different day because you were together with other people doing the same thing, a noble thing, participating in an experience of communicating with the Almighty. Where do we get the idea that 10 can form a Minyan? We find, for instance, in the Bible that the patriarch Abraham spoke to God when God informed him that he was going to destroy the cities of Sodom and Amorah, Sodom and Gomorrah. Abraham said, is it possible that the one that does justice in the world is going to commit an injustice? Why should innocent people die together with wicked people when the cities are destroyed? What if there are 50 righteous people? Meaning, certainly you can't say it's a wicked city because 50 people certainly have an influence upon the others, but there were no 50 people. What if there were 40? There were no 40. Abraham continued speaking to God until he said, what if there are 10? But apparently there were no 10 people. Less than 10, he didn't consider anymore because a group is at least 10 people. A minyan is 10 people. Less than that, you have only individuals. We find, for instance, that there is a tension in Jewish tradition between individual responsibility and also group responsibility. The 10 Commandments, for instance, are enunciated in the second person singular, thou shalt not steal. When you translate you shall not steal, maybe you lose that familiarity, that specificity, that it means only you individual. Of course, all of us should abide by that, but one cannot say that since others are doing it, why shouldn't I do it? The responsibility is yours. And when you're part of a minyan, you also have to feel that you have to participate in whatever this minyan is doing. I think that to go to the synagogue in the morning makes you feel that much better. We find also in the Bible that Moses sends explorers to see if the land can be really conquered by the Jewish people, the promised land. He sent 12 people, each one representing a tribe of Israel. 2 of them came back with a positive report, but 10 came back with a very negative report. And the Bible refers to them as Eidah. Eidah means 10, a congregation. But you see from that report also, maybe not all 10 agreed, but when you're part of a group, you tend many a time to say the same as everybody else is saying. Have you gone to a movie or a theater and very few people in there? You don't enjoy the spectacle, the movie, as much as when you're part of a group. When you see there are many doing the same thing, you feel much better. You think you're becoming part of a group. So therefore, I tell you, join groups, join positive groups, because if you join a band of people that do evil, eventually you will do the same. So make sure then to choose well with whom you congregate, because you will surely become one of them and you will contribute to a better world. Whether you're Jewish or not, to have good neighbors is obviously the best policy.